Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katie and I done did a thing with the lights and it probably looks shit, but we're going with it for today. It obviously is not my final setup. I've got a huge softbox light right in front of me, but it's like so freaking bright that I cannot just sit with that in front of me without going blind. So I put a freaking towel over it just to dim it down slightly, but from what I can see in the camera it does look quite bright. So I mean that's good in terms of, hey, you can see me, but I don't know if it's too bright maybe. But I don't know what the hell I'm doing with lights. I have got two lights and I've only got one up at the moment. I'm gonna, basically when I finish this video, I'm gonna just move some things around and see if I can make a better setup. But for this video, it will do. So in this video, I'm going to be doing December's bold face of first impressions. I'm so excited. This is the best day of the month when I can try loads of makeup. And Jesus Christ, did I buy a lot of makeup and I spent way more money than I can justify, but it is the season. Not that I really need an excuse to buy myself loads of makeup because I do it every month anyway. Although actually I didn't do a first impressions last month because I had some issues with my pay at work, but I won't get into that. I will instead get into trying some makeup. So all the makeup I brought is either from Boots or it's from Beauty Bay. This is my first time ordering off Beauty Bay and I am mega excited to try out the products I got. So firstly I'm going to use some eyeshadow. I have just done a concealer and a powder base, but I didn't use any new products for that. The eyeshadow I have is a Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, and this is the Saharan palette. That's the packaging. So pretty. And these are the colours. And they just look absolutely amazing. I've swatched them and they swatch stunningly. They seem really pigmented. I love the colours. I was torn between getting this one or the Magic palette. The Magic palette apparently is a bit bigger and it has some more shades in it, and they are the same price I think. But I don't know, I think the colour selection in this one was just drawing me a bit more to it, so I decided to go for this one. But I think the Magic palette is probably a better value for money, but the shades in this are they just stood out to me. The brushes are over there. I need to go find them. Pop those there for now. I've got no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just going to pick some random shades and make some kind of look. I think I'll start with this shade called Katsina. Don't know if I pronounced that right. It's this one here. It's just like a kind of standard neutral brown shade. I think I'll start by putting that one through my crease. I'm going to get this shade called Jamila, which is a quite warm orangey toned colour. I'm going to use that one, and I'm also going to define my crease with that, just go slightly under what I've just done with Katsina. Sorry, I probably should have zoomed in before I started, but it's zoomed in now. But yes, another lovely shade. I think I want to keep this a bit basic. I think I'll use a gold on my like centre and then I'll put the black on my outer third. Just like a kind of basic look really. So I will get the shade called Chad, which is just a matte black colour. Hopefully this one's really intense. And I'm just going to pop some of that into the outer third of my eye. I know this looks kind of like shitty, but I will try and fix it. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional. Just a disclaimer. Alright, I'm just going to clean up that edge. I'm going to go in with the shade Wadabe. I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. I apologise if I'm not. This one just looks absolutely stunning. It's just a very pure, yellowy toned, goldy colour. Looks absolutely stunning, and I think I'll pat this one onto the centre of my lid. I'm going to just use my finger for that because that's what I often do when it comes to like the main kind of shadow. Oh my god, that's amazing. That is fucking epic. Right, I'm just getting the black off my crease brush, and then I'm going to get the Jamila shade again and just use that to kind of blend everything a little bit. I'm honestly so impressed with these shadows. I'm now going to go in with the shade Iman, which is like a glimmery white shade, and I'm going to just put this one under my brow bone. eyeshadow, man. I mean, I don't know if this is the best look ever, but the actual quality of the eyeshadows is just epic. I love it so much. I think this is amazing. My one issue is the price. I mean, it's 30 quid, which is quite a lot of money, but I mean, I guess if you're getting 12 shades, then it's like just over 2 quid per shadow. So I guess, I mean, that's not too bad considering how good quality they are. I think this is a stunning palette. I love the colour selection. They come off like with so much pigment, and they seem to blend pretty well as well, so I'm really happy with that eyeshadow palette. That is one of those things that does indeed live up to the hype. Okay, so I want to try out some black pencil liner on my waterlines now, and I did actually get two. They're both from Beauty Bay. The first one I got is the Artdeco Kohl Eyeliner Long Lasting 01, and I don't know what the name of the shade is, but it is literally just a black one, and it swatched very creamily, is that a word? So that looks good. And the other one I got was the Juvia Graphic Eyes Black to Earth, what's it called? Just a waterproof eyeliner. This one's actually in a box, and this one's actually pretty similar to the Artdeco one. I mean, it literally looks exactly the same, and it also swatched very creamily. So I think what I'll do is I will just use one on one eye and one on the other eye, just so I can test out both of them and hope that they don't look really different. Okay, so I'll start with the Artdeco one, and I'll do this eye with that. Okay, I think that one's worked really well. Super dramatic, super creamy, doesn't feel really like sharp on your eyes, so that one is pretty good. Okay, so I'm now going to try the Juvia one on the other eye. Okay, again, that one worked pretty damn well as well. I would say the Juvia one is a tad more intense, it's a little bit more pigmented, but there's really not much in it at all. They both work really well. They're both just super creamy and super pigmented, and I think they look fab. They were both around the same price. I can't remember how much. I think they were probably like about 5-6 quid. I'm not sure, but yeah, they were around the same price. So for mascara, I've got two options. The first thing I got is the Bourjois Volume Reveal Mascara Ultra Black, which I've been wanting to try for a while. And the thing I really like about this one as well is that it's got this like magnified mirror on it. And like it actually like works. Like if you look at it, you just get like a close-up of your eye. So I feel like that would actually be a pretty good way to apply mascara. But yeah, I've been wanting to try this one for a while because I've seen it's had some pretty good reviews. And I also got another mascara in this little gift box. When you spent, I think it was £15 on Bourjois, you got this cute little gift box. I'm basically recovering from a cold still. It's been way too long. Yeah, you got this cute little gift box, which in my opinion is really good value for money because you get 4 different products in here. And the packaging's so cute. I think this would be a good thing to like give someone for Christmas, but I want it for myself. So all the products come wrapped in tissue paper. I have opened it before. I just put it back for the sake of opening it again for this video. Yeah, it comes in this pink tissue paper, which is really cute. But one of the products is a mascara, and this one is the Volume Clubbing Ultra Black Mascara. And that's what it looks like. And I definitely think I've tried this one before, but it was definitely quite a while ago. I do remember liking it though, but I can't remember exactly how it performs, but I think that's a pretty good freebie to get. And you also get the Bourjois Sculpt Light Strobing Highlighter, which is like a liquid highlighter, except I did swatch this on my hand earlier, and when you blend it out, it kind of like disappears. It doesn't really leave like a highlighty feel, so I feel like this would probably work better as like an illuminating primer, more so as a highlighter, but I mean, I don't know. I have not tried it on my face yet. You also get a oh my god, what it says, okay? I don't know how you say that, LAAQ, and you can't see it because of the freaking light. But it's a gel nail varnish, and it's in the shade 7 Light Cheers. Light Cheers? I'm just not having a good day. Lovely rosy nudie colour, and I'll definitely put this on after I have a shower tonight. And you also get a Bourjois Rouge Velvet lipstick. This is a bloody bugger to open, I tell you. That's what the colour looks like. It's a really pretty colour. It's kind of the same colour as the nail varnish. So basically, if you spend £15 at Bourjois, you get all 4 of those products for free, which I think is really good value. So we'll be using some of these. So once again, I think I'll try one mascara on one eye and one on the other, and hope they don't look really different. So I'll start with the Bourjois Volume Reveal Mascara on this eye. Obviously, we're just doing our top lashes for now. We'll come to the bottom ones later on. I'm just gonna go to town. So there you go. I probably could build that up even more, but I'm impatient. I think that looks pretty good. I definitely got some volume and length there. If I was being hypercritical, I do want a little bit extra, like, oomph to it, but I mean, it looks pretty good. I think it will probably get better the more I use it, because I do find that with mascaras, the more I use it, the more volume I can get out of it. I don't know how or why that works, but it does. Anyway, I'm going to use the Volume Clubbing Ultra Black Mascara on the other eye. And again, I have used this before, but I don't really remember how well it works, but we'll find out, I guess. Okay, and that's that mascara. I actually think they're pretty similar in effect. I don't know, I can't really tell which one's more volumizing than the other. I don't know. I think they both work really well. I think they both did the job amazingly. I think the more I use them, the more I'll be able to get more like volume out of them. I don't know how that works, it just does from past experience. But I'm pretty happy overall with the mascaras. Okay, so we're going to move on to some base products now. May as well use the strobing highlighter from Bourjois as an all-over primer. Why not? I'm just feeling it. Yeah, let's do that. Basically, just gonna smother this all over my face. It definitely has got a lot of glow and luminosity to it, which is very nice. I'll give that a little while to sit on my skin before I go in with any base products, but it looks pretty good. It smells really like fresh and nice. Really like the smell of it, and yeah, awesome. So I've got a concealer and a foundation here. I'm not sure whether to use this concealer under my foundation or not. This is the Artdeco Camouflage Cream Concealer, and I think mine's in the shade 01 Neutralizing Red. Now, I was so shocked at how small this was when I got it. It's like literally diddy. I thought it'd be a bit bigger than that. But that's what the shade looks like. I feel like if I use that over my foundation, it might be like too dark. And it does say it's like a neutralizing green, so I'm guessing it's supposed to more so be used as a colour corrector, so I guess I'll use it under my foundation then. But the foundation that I did get is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer, and this is the 00A Porcelain shade, which I believe they brought out sort of recently, like this new light shade, and I have swatched it and it actually does seem really pale, so that's great as a very pale person. So I'm really excited to use this. I've heard that it's a pretty good foundation. So let's hope it lives up to the hype. I'm not really sure what to do with this Art Deco thing. I think I'm just going to get it on my finger and just place this in areas over my face, I guess, under my foundation. It's weird because it says it's a neutralizing green, but it's not really like a green colour. It's kind of more like an olivey colour. I would say it's like an olivey beige colour, as opposed to like your kind of normal like pastel-y green, like minty green colour correctors. Oh, it seems to be quite like thick. I'm putting it on my nose, so I don't know if this will work like under my eyes as well. You know what, we're just gonna go in for it. It does seem quite thick, which I think is a good thing because that normally means it will give you some good coverage. It's having the 010, was it 010? I think it was just 10 actually. Porcelain shade, which I was curious about, but I just didn't want to take the risk in case it was too dark. I'm basically just going to end up putting this probably all over my face. Okay, so far this seems to be quite high coverage. Obviously we'll see what it's like when I blend it out because I've not blended it. But so far it seems really like thick and like full coverage. I do have a new sponge to try out, and this is from a brand called My Kit Co off Beauty Bay. I have just dampened it and it just looks like your everyday kind of beauty blender. Some of the reviews said it was like a beauty blender dupe, so I guess that's good. I've never actually tried a beauty blender, so I'm just going to gently blend out this concealer. This, as I said, I have dampened this. This blender is super soft. It feels really nice. I like it. The concealer hasn't blended away into nothing or anything, which is good. The coverage is still there. Yeah, I quite like it. This definitely wouldn't work over foundation just because it's a very strange colour. But I think as a colour corrector, it's doing the job. Obviously, we'll see what it's like when I put a foundation on. My opinion could change. We're going to go in with the Milani foundation. That is what the shade looks like. It is a really pale shade. I would say that it has a little bit of a pink tone though, which I'm not mad about because I'm more on the yellow side. It is incredibly pale, so I'm just gonna, I don't need a mixer for this, definitely. I'm just gonna shove a load of this all on my face, and I'm gonna use the same sponge, really test this sponge out. So I built up a reasonable amount of that foundation, and the coverage looks pretty good. The finish of it looks, oh my god, I just dropped my sponge. I'm pretty happy with how this foundation looks. I had to use quite a lot of it because the sponge was absorbing quite a bit because it's wet, though I find that often happens when you're using a wet sponge anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know if the colour match is perfect because I am under these bright lights, so I'll have to see what it looks like once I've got the lights off. But it did look a bit pink toned, so ideally I would prefer it to be a bit more yellowy. Got two setting powders to try out. The first one I've got is the Rimmel London Insta Fix and Matte Translucent Powder, and it's literally just a white translucent powder, but I've heard that this one's pretty good. I also got from Beauty Bay the original RCMA No Colour Powder, which obviously is a very hyped about powder on YouTube. And normally I'm not a fan of loose powders, just find them messy, but I'm trying to give them another chance basically. Obviously this comes in a little pot, so I don't know the best way to use this really. I'm gonna try and do the kind of baking thing. I think what I'll do is I'll bake under my eyes and stuff, and then I'll try the Rimmel powder for the rest of my face. I think that's what we'll do. Right, I've put it in the lid and it's just gone all over my hands, so we're starting off great. I'm just gonna make sure I have patted out the creasage. I'm gonna attempt to bake. This is what normally happens when I've tried to bake in the past, in that it literally just disappears into my skin. It doesn't leave a powder residue, which is why I always see when people do this. Maybe you're just supposed to put tons on or something. I generally don't know. It's literally just disappearing into my skin. I have actually gotten this everywhere. It seems to be setting my under eyes pretty well. It's just, it hasn't left that weird baking residue that I expected. I will leave that and then dust it a bit later, but in the meantime I'm going to use the Rimmel one to set the rest of my face. Okay, well the Rimmel powder also seems to have done the job. I'm going to dust that RCMA powder a little bit, just under my eyes, just if there is any excess, which I don't know if there is because it all just disappeared into my face. I would say that both of these powders seem to have done the job. They've left me super mattified, they've given me a nice smooth finish. I don't look super flawless, but I mean I think that's because I didn't have the super full coverage base anyway. But I would say that the finish of the powders is pretty nice and smooth. So for bronzer, I got a Bourjois Matte Illusion bronzing powder, and mine is in the shade 21 Halle Claire Light. And it's basically just a standard matte looking bronzer. Smells really nice as well. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't show up too orange on me because it does have a slight orange appearance. But we'll just blend it out if it does. I'm just going to use this big ass brush for this. I'm going to just run this through my cheeks and a bit on my forehead. Okay, I mean that seems to have done the job. It will need a bit of a blend though. Okay, I think that's a pretty nice bronzer. It's not my favourite bronzer ever, just because it is a bit orange toned, but Once you blend it out, it just looks super nice. It just does the job, warms up your face. So next I got a very extravagant item. I've got the Ofra highlighter glazed donut, and this was like 25 quid, which is a lot of money for a highlighter, but I decided, you know what, let's do it. Let's get it. None other highlighters were standing out to me, so and this one had some great reviews. It looks absolutely stunning. It's just a beautiful whitey champagne-y colour. It looks gorgeous. Also got a spectrum brush from Boots, and this is the A10 small fan brush. I thought I'd get one of these just because I don't have a small fan brush. I have a big fan brush, but I don't have a small one. So I thought I would get one, and this was about 4 quid, I think. So I'll use this to apply my new highlight. I'm so excited to try this. Okay, we're gonna do this. I mean, that looks super nice, but I kind of want to try it with a different brush just to see if it makes it a little bit more impactful. I'm going to use my standard highlighting brush on the other side just to see if it has a different kind of application. Yeah, it comes out way more intense with one of these kind of brushes. That is quite something, that highlight. That is quite something. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to my standard highlighter brush. I find that fan brush isn't giving the most intense effect to that highlight. Okay, I mean, it is a very pretty highlighter. I don't know how well it shows up in this lighting and on camera, but it's pretty damn nice. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of this brush though. I just found it wasn't, you know, applying it the best, but I mean, I guess I'll try it out with some different highlighters. I did put it a little bit low down here. Oops. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I still think £25 is a lot of money for what it is, but it is a gorgeous highlighter. I just think it's a little bit overpriced, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to move on to the eyebrows now. So I've got 2 eyebrow products to try out. I've got the CYO Brow Sculpting Pencil, Frame of Mind, in the shade Dark. I got this one from Boots, CYO. It's like a newish brand, and I was kind of curious to try some of the products. I've only got one CYO product, but they will definitely be in a future first impressions and more of their products. But yeah, this is just a standard brow pencil. You've got a spoolie, and then it's got a kind of angle to it. But the colour of this looks really good. I've also got the Milani Easy Brow Tinted Fibre Gel, and mine's in the shade 05 Dark Brown. It's just a eyebrow gel, and I'll just use this to set them after I use the pencil. I'm just going to use a clear brow gel first, just to groom them a little bit before I go in with the pencil. Alright, so we're going to go in with the CYO pencil and just fill these brows in. So that's the brow pencil used. I would say it comes out a little bit harsh when you first use it, but I think once you brush it through with the spoolie, it looks fine. I think they look pretty decent. I'm going to now go in with the Milani gel and set those brows in place. Okay, that's done the job as well. Again, I'll have to see what this is like on its own, because I do like to use gels just on their own a lot of the time. So it's done a good job at setting those brows, but we'll have to see what it is like on its own. But yeah, I think these brows look pretty cool. They're quite like thick and bushy, but that's kind of the look that I like. So I'm going to finish off my eyeshadow now, but I think what I want to do is use some of the highlighter in my inner corners. That's popping. I think I'm going to use a different shade from the palette under my eyes, because I can do what I want. And I think I'm going to try out this shade called Zoya. It's like quite a coppery metallic colour. And I think I'm just going to pop this one under my lash line. That's super pretty. I think I'm going to add some of Senegal, which is a more deeper, more deeper goldy coppery shade here. I think I'll put a bit of that in the outer third bit. I'm actually getting loads of eyeshadow in my eyes, which doesn't feel particularly nice. So I'm going to go back in with the same two mascaras and try and remember which one I used on which eye. Yeah, I think I used the Bourjois one on this one and the other Bourjois one on this one. It doesn't help that they're both Bourjois, does it? Okay, so I'll use the what's this called, volume reveal on this side, do my bottom lashes, and the clubbing on this side to do my bottom lashes. Okay, so now I've just got lip products left, and I have 3 lip products to try out. The first one I've already mentioned is the Bourjois Rouge Velvet lipstick that came with the gift box. I also got one of the NYX Cosmetics Metals lip cream, and mine's in the shade Out of This World, and it's a beautiful glimmery green colour, so I thought it would be really good for a festive look, which will be coming soon. I also from Beauty Bay got a Morphe Daring Metallic Liquid Lip, and this one's in the shade Goldie, because I really wanted like a gold lipstick for a festive look. And that's the colour. I did kind of hope this would be a bit more of a yellowy toned gold. It is slightly more coppery, but it still looks really pretty. In fact, I'll go in with the Morphe one first, and then I'll try the NYX one, and then I'll finish with the Bourjois one. That looks amazing. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. It's super metallic. I do wish it was slightly more like that kind of tone of gold as the Juvia's Place eyeshadow, but I mean, it's still beautiful and it would definitely work with a festive look. I think I'm going to pair it with like a silver glitter, except I can't find my silver glitter, which is annoying me. Hopefully I can find it. But it looks beautiful, it smells amazing, feels super nice on the lips. It's a liquid lipstick, so it's supposed to dry, I think. I can feel it starting to. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's going to, but I'm going to try and get it off before that happens. It's about 12 quid, so it's quite expensive for a lip product, but hopefully that means it's got a really good like longevity. Oh my god, it's already really hard to get off and it's not even fully dried. This shit don't want to come off. It's not completely off, but I tried my best. I'm going to now go in with the NYX Cosmic Metals and try this one out. That is a pretty cool colour. Again, this is going to look amazing with a festive makeup look that will be coming soon. But it's super metallic, like you can see like the kind of shine to it, which I really like. I don't know if this is supposed to dry down matte. It may not, just because I don't think it actually says anywhere that it is a liquid lip. It just says it's a lip cream, so I guess I would just put some like powder on it just to kind of mattify it a bit, but I'm not gonna, because I'm just gonna take it off now anyway. But I think it's super pretty, super opaque, and it's gonna be amazing in an upcoming video. I couldn't completely get that one off either. We're just gonna have a dodgy lip line area, but I'm gonna finish off with the Bourjois Rouge Velvet the lipstick in 02 Flaming Rose. Yes, we're gonna finish off this one and I'll actually keep this one on my lips. There may be some tints of green in there still, but I think this is super pretty. It feels so like smooth, like it glides on so like creamily and smoothly. I love the colour, like it's kind of like, it's not quite like a nude, but it's like kind of quite a wearable colour, like something that you could wear quite a lot, I think. I really like this. I think I'll get a lot of use out of this colour actually. That's basically the look finished. Let me just sort my mascara mess out if there is any. Okie dokie, so this is the finished full face of first impressions, and overall I'm pretty damn pleased. I think I've picked out another great bunch of makeup. The Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette is freaking amazing. I'm going to use this so much. Colours just are super pigmented. It's a really nice colour selection, they blend well, they're just so intense. I just love it so much. This is a top quality eyeshadow palette. I mean, oh, and I just dropped it on the floor. I'm just like thinking like everything I really liked. I really liked the mascaras, I really liked the waterline eyeliners, I liked the, what else did I like? I liked the eyebrow products, I liked all of the lip products that I tried, I liked the bronzer, I liked the highlight, I liked the powders, I liked the concealer and the foundation. There's really not anything in here that's standing out to me as bad, so I guess that's all I can say on the matter. I definitely recommend all of these products that I've used. The Bourjois bronzer is a little bit orange, and the CYO brow pencil is a little bit intense when you first use it, but I think once you brush the product through it looks fine, but I think initially it does come out quite harsh. So those are the only negative things I can say, and maybe the Radiance Reveal Mascara could be a little more like extra volume, but I mean it's still pretty good, but I don't know, I'm just trying to think of anything bad. But other than that, I'm just so damn impressed with all of this makeup. I think it's worked really well, so that is another month of first impressions, and I'm super happy, and I've got some festive makeup looks coming soon, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.